Hello and welcome back to Nat Scraps. My name is Natalie Koenig. I'm a close to my heart maker and I love scrapbooking, paper crafts, all of that jazz. I hope you enjoyed today. We are on Christy's Beautiful Life Day 7 and we have a beautiful sketch today from Cheryl Ashcraft. Thank you so much, Cheryl, for a wonderful and fantastic sketch that really pushes you to jump a little bit out of your comfort zone. This is Christy's Beautiful Life's 30 Days of Sketches. It is ran on a Facebook. If you don't know or have been able to visit the Facebook, there is some information in the description and a link to the Facebook page where you can get inspiration, play along, or just see what is going on. You don't have to be a YouTube creator. You don't have to do all of the sketches. You can go and do one or two, but then you can share them if you want to, if you do them. So this sketch really pushed me a little bit out of my comfort zone. At first I thought, I can't do these circles, and then I initially thought I was just going to use one circle off to the side and not the second one. But then after having gone and had a thought about it and printing my photos and getting these really cute photos of my son and my daughter parasailing, I thought, no, I can work with this one. And that's the beauty of the sketches and working and seeing what everybody gets up to and what everybody makes, because you do get inspired and you do things that you normally would not have done. Well, that's what I find I do anyway. You can see here we've got those two circles, one off on each side, and I've used a mix of a mixing pack as well as some very old beach party paper that I have left there, and it was nice to use some older collections that I have just bits and pieces left over of. So you can see also I have the Picture My Life cards, and I bring in a couple other things that means I can just add to this page. I do quite a lot of stamping on this page. There is not stamping on the page, but stamping that I cut out and then put on the page, and that's just to help with all the clusters I'm building. I've got kind of three clusters with the photos. I've got the clouds because obviously that represents them being up in the clouds. I do have this sticker that says Best Day, and that's from Blue Skies collection, which was a collection that came out before I even become a maker. But I really liked that balloon and the thought of that going, something flying in the air. It's the only thing on the page that has that greeny color in it and a little bit of that pink. There's a little bit of the pinky peachy color in the sunglasses down the bottom. I do relent in the end and get rid of them because I don't have anything else on the page that is that color. But I have chosen to ignore the fact that that sticker is the only place that has that green on it. In the end, I kind of had a bit of a talk to myself and said, ignore it. Just ignore it, it'll go away. But it's not going to go away, but I'm not going to fuss over that. I really love how this ended up, and I'm glad I just went with it because I do like that hot air balloon on there. So in the end, we create these pages as much as we do the videos to share with you guys and everything else. We create these pages because we love creating, and if I'm happy with the end result, then that's what matters. And I hope you find that too, guys. If there's a page, it might not be the most appealing page to anybody else, but if it has stuff that has meaning for you and photos that are really special and a story that goes with it, then that's what's important. If it brings joy to you, go with it. Cutting out lots of these bits and pieces. These all have dies that go with them. I just happened to be sitting down and feeling lazy and couldn't be standing, moving that, it's not even a meter to my die cutting machine and cutting them out. Sometimes I find it takes longer, especially if there is lots of simple shapes like the clouds. I would have had to have ran that through 4 times or something to get those clouds cut out, or the you know, the little arrows or something, again, you have to run them through multiple times. In a moment, I do relent. I do stamp out some banners, and I do use the die machine for that because those banners would have been really painful to cut out. So I relented and went and did them with the die machine. Here I'm doing a 2-step stamping, so I'm trying to get the yellow on the top nice and clear, and then the blue on the bottom. The first time I stamped it, it was okay, but it wasn't perfect. So I went back in and I just flipped that around and did the other side. And I think I even used the die machine to cut that one out. So here you can see I'm creating a few little banners, and then I'll be back in a moment with all of the bits that I have cut out. I did also cut out even though I only had one of the sun, I did cut out the sun with the die as well. So here I'm just floating around the ideas of where I'm going to put these bits. For me, the banners are going to help that idea of floating in 3 different sections. And I just want to use them just for little bits of texture and a little bit to draw your eyes. I found I didn't quite have enough, I think. So then I went and stamped heaps, so I had quite a few left over. So I thought, I'm not going back a 3rd time to stamp extras. So let's just make sure I have heaps now and can get the layout finished without having to go back for a 3rd lot of banners. I think I'm going to do a bit of a clean up here. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to clean up. This is the 2nd video. If you watched yesterday's video, and if you haven't, what are you doing? Go back, watch it. But this is the 2nd video that my son has helped with editing. So tonight I got home. I actually created this layout yesterday. I'm editing it and voiceovering the next day, and then ready for the upload. But my son came home tonight and he got straight onto the editing for me, and he's doing that for me so I can have some chance of keeping up with the 30 days of sketches. It does take a little while, but he zoomed through it. He's technology, you know, these kids, they're pretty savvy with technology. So he's zoomed through it. He had it done in, I reckon he did it in under half an hour, which maybe I'm a bit too fussy, but I don't do them that quick. But then he might not take out all the bits that I probably would take out as well. On those circles, I have gone around and quite blended quite heavily. I believe in the sketch, it looks like they're mounted up, or there's quite a lot of shadow underneath those circles. So I made sure that I gave them quite a heavy blending so they felt like they were sitting up a little bit from the page, even though they weren't. And here I'm going to just start putting back the embellishments where I think they should go. On the photos, I have foam tape on the bottom one in the right hand corner, and I also have foam tape on the larger photo that's on the bottom, and the longer photo that's up the top in the left hand corner there. And the idea with the right hand, the 3 photos on the right hand side, the idea for me was to make it look like they were kind of floating away in that 3 sections, and that they were nearly floating off the page. Now, it's very unusual to want people to take their eye off the page. You really want to generally direct their eyesight to the middle of the page. But this was a actual thought process I went through and went, no, I want them to feel like they're getting further and further away, and they may just float off the page any second. Then on the right hand one, I want, the left hand, the 2 photos at the top left, again, I've got them in this perspective so that they're getting smaller and sort of going away. I'm not sure if it works. I'd love to know if you feel that works. Let me know in the comments if you think that I was way off and probably shouldn't have. I'd love to hear. All feedback's interesting, and if you've got something to let me know, please do. And while I'm talking about comments, I might as well talk about the traditional like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that stuff. I am really trying to get my subscribers up and my video hours up so that I can make the tiniest bit of revenue off what I do. That is my I'll completely be honest, that is my like 2023 goal. I don't know that I'm going to hit it. I may miss out on hitting that goal this year. I have been working it hard trying to make sure that I get regular videos up. But if you all are interested in this, I would love it if you did subscribe to the channel and help me out with that. That would be great. If you know other people that you think might be interested in this too, just share it with them, let them know, and all that jazz, because that would mean absolute the world to me. And then I can actually afford to pay my son for the editing, because it's going to cost me a fortune this month to get him to edit, because I'm like, how much am I going to get a video, Mum? You know what it's like. I'm not going to talk rates on here. That would be inappropriate, but yeah, it is going to cost me a fortune. I think I spoke about the sunglasses earlier. I will get rid of those in a moment. And then I did have to play around quite a lot with the beautiful day title there, and try with where that was going to sit. I did try it below and above. I wasn't 100% happy with this, but it worked in the end. I didn't want those banners floating just in the middle of nowhere, so I'm using acrylic dots just on the end, acrylic charms just on the ends of those, to give them some kind of, what do we call it, like pinning them to the page, for better words. Words have escaped me, that's okay. And then again, I will do that up with just acrylic dots up in the top right hand corner there. And I think I bring in something else, maybe acrylic dots again on the other side. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm getting those so that they look like there's a beginning and the end to the banner. Sorry about that buzzing going off. I will stop that right now. What else are we're really close to the end here, guys, really close. We will have a slowdown right near the end, show you a few of the details of the page. I absolutely love this one, the results with this one. I love how colorful and cheery and bright it is. I love that it pushed me out of my comfort zone and made me do something a little bit different. I love the fact that I got my stamps out, and at the moment I'm looking for something down in that bottom right hand corner. I will find something eventually, but not in this stack of stuff that I'm going through. I do love that I got lots of photos on the page, and there will be a companion page to this one. There is no journaling on this page, but there will be a companion page, and that will have the story of our paragliding trip and that on it. And whether I get to that during this sketches, I don't know. It may be done later on down the track. I did look at it, just putting like a rainbow there, because rainbows and sky, but in the end I thought that was just pushing my luck a little bit. I kind of looked at these sunnies. No, I'm going to go with that yellow heart. And I think the very final thing, guys, is just a little bit of blue blending around the outside edge, just to give it a nice little edge there. We're going to clean up, and then we're going to slow down. No, we're not. Hold your horses, Nap. Watch how I stuff up here, guys. I had to reprint one of these photos. I took all the time in the world to cover all the photos up while I put these white gloss spray splatters on. And then I wanted to get a little bit closer to that photo, move the photo, stuff the photo up. Off camera, later on, I reprint that photo and recover it. But I did like the fact that I just put a few gloss sprays on, and it meant that I could have a little bit of background there. All that jazz. Oh, little Ikey didn't take out the cleanup. I must tell him if I'm cleaning up my table, he can take that footage out. Here's a little bit of the slowdown. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I look forward to seeing you on day 8. See you soon. Bye.